Oh, hey there. Bobby again for the Bad Insurance blog. And today we're going to talk about travel insurance. Just had an experience with this. I was on a spring break trip with my family and a couple families over in Puerto Rico. And we had, there was a basketball court on the property, and boys accidentally threw a shot up and cracked this very expensive glass backboard on the basketball court. And luckily we had travel insurance. It paid out, it covered that, so it really made the trip a lot less stressful. And that's the whole idea of the travel insurance, is to take the stress out of a trip you have. It can be very inexpensive, 2.5% for the cheapest coverage, which just basically covers your interruption. If your trip is interrupted, you miss a flight, you have to stay over, for 2.5% of your total cost of your trip, which you could probably save anyway just by comparing your trip prices and your airline prices on Kayak or Orbitz, one of those sites, and they do offer cancellation insurance and as well as trip travel insurance on all those sites. There's comparison sites on the internet that will give you 2,000 different companies for travel insurance. The three different levels of your travel insurance are just basic trip cancellation insurance, which runs around 2.5% of the total trip. For about double that, you can get trip interruption insurance as well. That pays for your expenses that incur while your trip's interrupted. Moving up from there is the highest level of coverage, includes medical evacuation, which I highly recommend if you're traveling out of the country. Some of these adventure travel trips we take these days, it's higher likelihood that you can get injured or sick in a foreign country or on a travel trip like that. I had a friend that was airlifted out of Indonesia twice in 3 years. And luckily he had that type of coverage. It would have cost him upwards of $100,000 for those evacuations. So you think about how if your trip is a real simple trip, there's a lot of connections, you're flying from major city to major city, it may not be the best use of your money, and then it's a bad insurance. But it's a good insurance if you're have tight connections. You're moving from country to country. You may be having just one flight a day that you need to catch a connection to. If not, your trip may be ruined. You could be stuck in a place and have more expenses that way. So that's when it becomes real good insurance, and you'll be happy you had it. So that's the Bad Insurance blog for today. And keep those deductibles high and your premiums low. Take care. Bye-bye.